No matter where we are in our journey of spiritual awakening or healing, many of us look for some signs of a breakthrough, change, progress. And that's a valid desire to expect positive changes, especially after all the inner work that we have done. So, today let's talk about the signs that show your breakthrough is close, and at the end, clarify what a breakthrough really is and how it works.
Sign number one is that we become more in tune with our intuition. When we become more aware and we don't get entangled in our thoughts as much as before, we create some mental space that allows us to receive the signs from our Creator. Signs are always around, but because we spend a lot of time in our head worrying about future or reliving the past, we don't have the capacity to see, hear, or feel the signs.
Our mind is just like a radio receiver. When it is busy, it's like it is receiving all sorts of signals. But when it is quiet, it has the capacity to receive a clear signal from our Creator in the form of signs. When we are aware of those signs and when we acknowledge those signs and follow those signs, they will definitely get us to our breakthrough. And these signs can come in different forms. They can come in the form of new insights, repeated patterns, or numbers, or they can come in the form of very special dreams or any other form I have mentioned in my video before. I'm going to
Sign number two is that we don't resonate with our old life anymore.
Sometimes we feel lost in a life that we don't want anymore. We created that life based on our old beliefs or based on what we thought we were supposed to want in life. Now, as we grow and we heal, we find ourselves not resonating with that life anymore. We don't want that lifestyle anymore. We don't want to hang out with those old friends anymore. And sometimes we are desperate to get out of that life. But if we look at this situation that not resonating with this old life as a sign of a breakthrough and accept it as it is, we make room for a new replacement, for better lifestyle, for more supporting and loving relationships. So if we look at it this way, then we can actually make some progress and come out of that life. There might be a gap between our old life and our new life. And during that gap, we know where to look at and where to focus on.
Sign number three is that we encounter some really difficult situations. Things get difficult. In literature, we often read stories of heroes that face many difficulties on their path of becoming a true hero. These heroes' path typically and symbolically have about 7 stages. As they go through each stage, the challenges get more and more difficult. This doesn't mean that they are being punished or even tested. This just means that they need to let go of more of their inner obstacles to becoming more of their true self, their authentic self, their hero self. The self that they were before their life circumstances shaped them and limited them and made them believe that they are a physical being limited in this body and in this physical world. They need to rediscover and embrace the hero they were born as.
I remember many years ago when I just about to start my journey of healing and awakening, my spiritual teacher told me that on this path I may lose some people and I may lose some things. And I got really scared. I didn't want to lose anything or anyone. So I had so much resistance to go on the path of awakening. I wanted just the happy part of this journey, and it wasn't possible. So it was until I understood that there is no real loss, there is only replacement. People and things come into my life and they go and they are going to be replaced with new things and people if I allow them. Still, this doesn't mean that it's not difficult. This journey is sometimes extremely difficult. But when, as human beings, we know that there is going to be an end to these difficulties, there is going to be a breakthrough, then we go through these difficult situations more gracefully.
Sign number four is an interesting one, is very important one. We complain less. The biggest sign that shows we are still living in victim mentality and playing the blame game is complaining. As soon as we complain about something or someone, we give our power away to what we are complaining about. It doesn't matter if it's a person or it is some sort of circumstances. This, of course, doesn't mean we have to stay in resentment of a person or a situation that we don't like. We can either leave that person or situation, change that situation, not the person, of course, or accept them by changing our perspective about that person or that circumstances. The less we live in that negativity, the closer our breakthrough will be. Sign number 5 is very exciting, is being ready for change.
When our breakthrough is close, we feel the excitement of something new coming. And at the same time, we feel scared, scared of entering the unknown. We don't know anything about that change that is going to happen. And in our mind, we look for the evidence of that change, and we may even doubt it. But because we have done our inner work, we know fear and doubt. We know they are permanent companies of us human beings. So we just let them be and we focus on the excitement. And then we remind ourselves of laws of the universe. We tell ourselves nothing and no one can take away what is mine.
And sign number 6 is that we respond differently.
As we have let go of many negative patterns of emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, we are not so busy dealing with them all the time. Now we have created some space for something new to come in. Instead of us trying to change our behavior, now we see that our behavior has changed on its own because it's not backed up by those negative patterns anymore. How do we know that? When we find ourselves in situations that are similar to the ones we experienced before, and now we see ourselves reacting differently. We see ourselves reacting in a more positive way, in a more powerful way. And now we feel powerful, we feel happy, we feel proud of ourselves.
The last sign, and a very beautiful sign, is that we become more grateful for no specific reason. When you find yourself saying thank you for no specific reason throughout the day, know that your breakthrough is coming. This happens when you have done enough inner work and you don't force yourself to be grateful, either because you learned it can bring you what you want or out of fear of being punished for being ungrateful. You genuinely feel grateful even when nothing around you has changed to better yet. Now you have become more of your true, authentic self and you are ready for that beautiful breakthrough.
What is a breakthrough anyway? The way I see it is that a shift happens in our consciousness. We level up and we feel that with every cell of our being. We observe that shift in us. For some, this happens suddenly, but most people have to work at it. But how about our external circumstances, our relationships, our finances, our health? Do they change? Will there be a breakthrough for those? By the laws of the universe, the external has to follow the internal. It cannot not follow. When the shift happens in our consciousness, our circumstances has to follow. They have to change. But there is a time gap usually between these two. And if you are in that gap, don't be upset or disappointed. Just get ready with enthusiasm and trust that your creator will deliver.